Hello everybody, Mac here. Welcome back to the show. It is week 4 of the Target Fall Geek Out, and it's Hasbro Day, and the things that were dropped by Hasbro, I don't think we were really surprised about much of it. Like the Marvel Legends, for example. We knew that the Amazing Spider-Man was coming out from the Amazing Comics version, and we knew that the reissue of Moon Knight, both of these in the retro packaging, by the way, we both knew these were coming. We may not have known that they were going to be released for this, but we knew they were coming. We knew they were going to be Target exclusives. I don't collect Legends, so I can't tell you what's completely different about these two figures. Well, Moon Knight, I can't really tell you what's different about him. The only thing I'm aware of that is different with Spider-Man is that the spider logo on his back is blue rather than black, and the blue logo is more in line with his first appearance, I believe. So that's the only thing that I know is different about these two, other than the packaging. Something else that Hasbro came out with was the Black Series Snowtrooper Snowman for the Christmas line. And normally I'm not really into these. I don't really get into the Christmas Deco Black Series figures. But ever since I picked up the Naughty or Nice collection, like Commando Santa from last year, I've been looking for an army for him. So I actually picked this one up. I pre-ordered this one already, along with pre-ordering the Nutcracker Trooper off of Big Bad Toy Store. Those two kind of cracked me up. I thought they would look good with Santa as, you know, his strongmen, his lieutenants. So I picked up that. But if you were paying attention to my short that I released this morning, you know for me, the big excitement is the G.I.Joe Classified that was released. They're not showing it on the Fall Geek Out front page. You have to click into it to see what is being released. But we have more Python Patrol. We have the G.I.Joe Classified Python Patrol Cobra Officer. We have the Python Patrol Copperhead. And then, like, we knew those two were coming, but I don't think anybody knew about this. The Python Patrol Flight Pod and Tele-Viper. And it shouldn't really be a surprise for two reasons. One, I believe the Tele-Viper was one of the few figures that they've released as a Python Patrol figure that actually was a Python Patrol figure back in the day with the vintage line. So I think there is, you know, a precedent for a Python Patrol Tele-Viper. But two, the Tele-Viper with the flight pod is kind of like matching up with Duke and the Ram cycle for Tiger Force. So now both factions, Tiger Force and Python Patrol, have like a figure vehicle release box set. So that kind of makes sense. And I have to admit, I'm kind of digging the flight pod in the Python Patrol colors. Of course, I normally don't open my Python Patrol figures, but that does look pretty cool. The Tele-Viper is looking real good in the Python Patrol deco, how his vest matches his pants, and that yellow, I don't know, it just really works for the Tele-Viper. And the red flight pod, the red Trouble Bubble with like that smoked tint canopy, that smoked tint glass with the white HUD instead of the red, I might actually open that up and see if I can take that HUD off of the Python Patrol Trouble Bubble and put it on my standard one. Although I've only pre-ordered one of these. These were available on Hasbro Pulse. As of the time of this recording, Friday afternoon, the Hasbro Pulse website has sold out of those three, but they are still available on Target. They haven't sold out at Target. The only thing that I don't like about pre-ordering from Target is that they don't take the money right away, but they do put a hold on it. So, like with the Snowtrooper, the Flight Pod and Tele-Viper, the Officer, and Copperhead, that's like $130 that they just put on hold. It's just annoying. That's just a personal thing. But just be aware of that. I know a lot of people don't realize that like Target does put a hold on the money even though they don't really take it. I'm also really digging Copperhead in his Python Patrol gear. I liked Copperhead in the Python Patrol back in the 80s during the vintage line. I kind of thought with something called the Python Patrol, he was a pretty decent choice for like the de facto field leader for that group. I know he's not really leadership material, but for some reason, like just Copperhead in charge of that group, I always really liked it. I always thought he looked good in that paint deco, and they definitely carried that over with the classified line. I'm really liking that, so much to the point that I may rebox, because I haven't thrown the box out yet, I may rebox my standard Copperhead and put him on the shelf in that deco. Because as weird as it sounds, I had both versions of Copperhead when I was a kid, but as weird as it sounds when the Python Patrol version of him came out, that became like my de facto Copperhead. Like that was the one time that I think I really liked the faction version of a figure more than the standard version of the figure. So that's really all there is for the Target Fall Geek Out today. You have 2 Marvel Legends, 3 classified series, and 1 holiday Star Wars black figure. But one other thing I wanted to talk about that is not part of the Fall Geek Out, something I just found out last night. I don't know if I'm just behind the times or if nobody really knows this, but did y'all know that Grunt is available for pre-order on Amazon? I found him last night by mistake because while I was watching a live stream of Lyle's Figure Files, Grunt was accidentally released on Target's website very briefly for like $12 to pre-order. That link is dead now, don't even try and find that. But when I started looking around, I found Grunt on Amazon for pre-order. So check that out if you're looking to get Grunt. I've already put my pre-order in, so go ahead, sell them out. I'm taken care of. All right. So check that out. And until next time, my friends, play well, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.